Traditionally, most of the research that's been conducted on smoke-free homes has involved mothers. Partly, I think, because mothers tend to be seen as the primary caregiver, so they tend to have a lot more contact with health visitors, with other healthcare professionals. And so fathers quite often don't have those same conversations around protecting children from secondhand smoke in the home. And the research that has been done to date has largely showed that, mothers are seen as being responsible for sometimes trying to change their partner's smoking behaviour as well, which we know is not a reasonable situation to expect any mother to be able to necessarily achieve. I think it's probably important at this point to note that we don't necessarily have the solutions for how we better engage with fathers, but I think what we've got a realisation of now is that we need to work differently to ensure that we do engage them. So the fathers that we have spoken to have been really passionate about their child's health, and of course they would. Why wouldn't they be? But in some levels we've kind of failed to engage them in the same way that we have as mothers. In Scotland, what we know is that, for example, back in 2012, 12% of children reported regularly being exposed to secondhand smoke in the home, and by 2016 that figure had reduced down to 6%, so a 50% reduction. But that figure of 6%, when you break that down by socioeconomic deprivation, there's a separate story that emerges, in that if children who live in the most affluent areas of Scotland, only less than 1% of them report being regularly exposed to secondhand smoke in the home. But when you look at children who live in our most deprived areas in Scotland, 15% of them report regular exposure to secondhand smoke in the home.